Welcome back, everybody, to Sonic Boom, the TV series, as opposed to the cartoons, as opposed to the comic series or the game. I'm Kevin. We have a Tanner.
Hi.
We have a Tom.
Howdy.
And we have 2015, a new episode called Guilt Tripping.
I was kind of hoping that the tripping would represent, I don't know, some sort of weird mushroom called guilt that they would, like, start freaking out on.
Again, we have these
sort
sort of...
trauma center or something.
Yeah. We have these eco-extreme
Sonic
gears.
Free Riders.
So they've got these eco-extreme gears.
The Hulk trope. Yeah.
I'm expecting there to be a Riders spin-off, whether it be a mobile game or something, with these boards.
Yeah.
They wouldn't just make them for nothing.
Right. Yeah, it's
because
absolutely
Sonic
cool.
Riders actually got a surprisingly good amount of feedback, as much as people were a bit iff about the Free Riders.
Right, okay, so and now there's a stick-up of a native tribe, which of course is not a dangerous thing to start doing at all. But these guys are apparently weasels.
Yes. And I've heard people saying that this is so clearly a reference to Knack the Weasel. They're like, and I'm like, I'm not sure. That's stretching it a little to me.
It's stretching the concept of a weasel to me as well. It doesn't look much like a weasel. Okay, on the hits, then they kind of snuck in the old Sonic 1 jump onto a bad nick and it destroyed sound effect.
Huh, I didn't notice that.
It's just in there. It's almost like they snuck it into the sound mixing. So whoever did that, but even if you snuck it in or made it deliberately sound like that, well done. Okay?
Little things like that contribute a lot.
Yeah, it's a nice little nod. It's like they could have said Extreme Gear earlier, but they somehow didn't. And now the guilt begins because I can't do this.
So, this chief, though, actually did make an appearance in Eggheads in the background. And I remember seeing him and thinking, geez, why has that guy got such a weird character design? And, well, it seems it was just a model which they use now for this one.
Yeah, it's something they recycled then, because there's no reason for him to be in Eggheads based on the episode.
I don't know, just saying about these, whatever they are, rubbed me the wrong way.
These are called the Go-Go Bars.
Which sounds like a Star Wars thing.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit like Dagobah, I guess, but yeah. So we have a sort of tribal race of creatures, exact identity to be confirmed, who sort of they are put upon and sort of guilt people based on that fact alone.
I'm getting some strange racial undertones in this story.
This is a very
I don't know.
awkward story potentially for this, isn't it?
If you examine it, you can get some pretty interesting stuff, which I'm sure isn't meant to be there, but there's some definite things.
It's like, we'll be your willing slaves. No, do not want. In fact,
Sonic and Tails in bed together. Whew, my fan fiction's finally come true.
They're just reenacting a Morecambe and Wise episode. Actually, my face is pretty much the same face on that backboard there. It's like, oh no, we have to get away. If only one of us could, fly, which they can't do, or run very, very fast. Oh no!
And what's he doing here?
The Gopher's back.
Seriously, what is with him?
I remember it was Gareth on Twitter. He said that he wants Fastidious Beaver to appear every episode and correct one person's grammar. And I think, hey, then we're putting in, English lessons for children. So there we go.
So basically, Fastidious Beaver is basically the comic book guy of this series.
I got heirloom tomatoes and some really nice.
Yeah, I could see that.
I'm gonna make you a sandwich with some pastrami. Yeah, sure, go. Just run! Run, you morons!
They've gone. Just leave them.
Go!
They can't find you.
Go!
No, let's just stand here and talk. This is a foolproof plan.
I've got guilt tripping. There's like, oh no, they'll be undefended and stuff and
I love how that.
and stuff. Yeah, it's just.
Why does this jingle remind me of the A-Team?
Well, that's if you're getting that, there is actually another like classic movie sort of thing coming up, which I think is interesting that they're taking some, ideas from other media, which we'll see in a bit.
Oh, come on.
Seriously?
Yeah, that. Come on, seriously.
It's sort of like, this reminds me of the whole thing where it's like you're not supposed to pick up a dropped baby bird because it's supposed to be nature and stuff. So if these guys are so inept that they fall into their own traps, maybe you should just let that bird lie on the ground, Sonic, and run.
It's been great and all, but unfortunately, we have to go now. But we haven't.
There's a lot of dialogue this episode.
Yeah, this is.
And I gotta say, most of it isn't very enthralling.
No. Okay, so here we go. This
The
is like the
good, the
entire
bad, and the
episode in
ugly.
one shot. Just these three with a tumbleweed going past.
We could stay, but our plants back at home. And without us there to water them, well, I suppose it's their own fault for being.
Oh, and I also read online this whole thing about the plants, people saying that it's a reference to Cosmo. Sonic fans really like to grasp at straws.
No.
They
Plants,
really like
plants
to grasp
exist
at straws.
that aren't Cosmo, okay?
I know, and I'm just reading this thing, and I'm like, it's like, there is a bundle of straws in your hands. Please let go.
Yeah. So basically we've got a polite off now.
One of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in my entire life.
You guys don't have polite offs? I mean, we here in Canada have those all the time.
No, we have insult sword fighting.
Yeah. We have cockfights. With cockerels and that.
Yes, so we get this showdown. Sonic with very Mickey Mouse-like eyes going on there. It's kind of strange. Oh no, I'm more polite than you. Back down. Let's repeat the tumbleweed gag. Why?
If maybe there was like 7 tumbleweeds going by,
Yeah.
that would be pretty funny.
Yeah, if it's just like got into such
Just the entire screen is covered in tumbleweed.
stampede of tumbleweeds. Oh, the episode's over. Oh,
Well,
Please.
episode's over. Well, that's okay.
okay, I will say this line when Sonic walks into the room actually made me laugh really hard.
Riley back home.
But oh.
Yeah, I heard that, I'm like, that's really funny. That's a great delivery on that line.
Or any cold beverages or snacks.
But don't worry, we may do.
What are you
Also, when they say there's no plants, I don't know if you look outside, there's like
Protecting us. And in
a lot of plants everywhere.
Technically, his entire home is built with plants.
We opened all your mail.
We opened all your mail. Yes.
Your food.
So,
I think it was at this point in the episode where I actually because I watched on my phone, I just put it down and started playing Monster Hunter to
And Eggman's here to save the day.
and then Eggman came in, and then I paused Monster Hunter, and I'm like, here we go. This is where it gets good.
And again, the messages here reiterate the whole thing of just Eggman's really just evil because he just wants Sonic's attention. That we've had in previous episodes as well. That Eggman just really wants just like his adoration and to play with me, please.
It is very much an Ice King sort of thing going on, where it's like villain, but sort of wants to be friend. It's such a strange dynamic that works really well.
this is a really bad time.
Could someone explain to me why the crab meat and the motorbike are so pink?
Sun, out in the sun, probably.
Sun bleached. Actually, that's a good excuse.
That is because it's all like tropical and stuff.
Yeah.
I will entirely take
Yeah,
that.
let's go with that.
Oh, pardon me. I didn't mean to get in the way of your career.
You're
You know what, for
interrupting
some
the
reason,
action
I really actually
sequence now. Come on.
I wanted them to use the Go-Go Buzz as a weapon at one point, just saying, I know what we could do. We'll use them as a weapon to get rid of them. I'll be like, finally. And then Tails brought them in, and I was like, oh. Now, I do like the mini reference to Sonic 4 Episode 2 that they do in a minute.
This is the. I had a sort of flashback here, and bad memories occurred, and make it stop. No. Oh, I thought I was rid of you, Sonic, for Episode 2.
You gotta be kidding me!
I suppose it was our own fault for being in the way.
Yes, it was your own fault for being in the way the entire episode.
Hey, are you trying to steal
I am being very mean about this episode, but unfortunately it deserves it.
Well, I mean, I think that because the episode's basically done now.
Yeah.
There's like nothing else gonna happen. I don't know. I felt it was definitely the weakest episode of them all.
There was a couple of other little nice things in there. I mean, all of Sonic's food was like Mexican chili, which presumably was a reference to him making chili dogs.
Doing chili dogs.
Doing
But the
chili
thing is, when
dogs.
Sonic eats burgers. Have you not noticed that?
He does
They've got
tend to
tons of
inhale
chili
them,
in.
so.
Well, if they're
don't get it.
sloppy joes, they're kind of like chili dog burger things, kind of. I don't know.
Back on Mount Soda Stream.
It's not a problem if you don't. I'll just have an allergic reaction that'll make me smell like feet.
This is like
Don't worry about it.
kind of cruel. Who's that in the photo? I couldn't really see.
Very quickly go back and have a look.
Yeah,
See.
so
That was Eggman.
yeah. So that was episode 9, everybody.
One we hope to forget quickly.
Yeah. Not,
Like I said, as long as it doesn't start repeating like Buster did, I think it's fine to just let this one lie. Not every episode's going to be a total hit, you know. I mean, especially when you're getting different writers on each time, which for this one was Adam Bachin, which we talked about in the pre-show, so go watch that if you want to hear us talk about his stuff.
Absolutely. Or alternatively, of course, you can subscribe on iTunes to the podcast version of this. There you'll get to hear all the extended stuff and everything. Before we go, though, one other little thing, which was why it's a pity that Donnie is not here. One little fact. You may have seen at the beginning of the episode and thought, hey, this looks familiar. In fact, this episode and that sequence with the extreme gears that weren't extreme gears, those were the storyboards that Gaston Juliet actually posted up on his blog in July, and it's a reason it's a pity that Donnie's not here, because it was actually noticed and posted up on TSSZ. So those are the things. If you're watching the LMC version of this video, you'll probably see those at some point, and we'll put them on. But other than that, from myself, from Tanner,
Bye.
and from Tom,
See you all in the next bit.
we'll see you at episode 10 of Mike Pollock Adventures.
Well, it's called Dude, Where's My Eggman? So
Yeah.
I think we're in for a good episode.
Oh yes.
Wait, is that actually what it's called?
That's actually what it's called.
Oh yes.
Oh, yes. I'm looking forward to this one.
Okie dokie. Right. See you then, guys. Bye.